Hey, what's going on? If you're anything like me and you're in design school, you probably leave things for last minute. In this case, I'm going to be making a series completely for you. In this episode, I'm going to teach you guys how to do a 3D model within 30 minutes and learn SketchUp within 30 minutes. So we can create a basic 3D model, and later on we're going to be taking that model into Lumion to do renderings and presentation work. Ultimately, we're going to be going back to SketchUp and exporting that 3D model into AutoCAD to make a complete set of drawings for it, and then we're going to take those set of drawings into Photoshop so we can make plans, sections, and axonometrics presentation ready. And ultimately we're going to bring everything together in one finalized video utilizing InDesign, so I can teach you guys how to do presentation boards for any type of school event or school projects. I hope you guys enjoy the video, I hope you guys enjoy the series, and I hope everything is as useful as I think it will be. So, all you need to learn is that your basic tools are going to be in the top left corner and your dimension tool is going to be in the bottom right corner. You guys need to learn the select tool, eraser tool, line tool, arcs, shapes, push and pull, offset, move tool, rotate, scale, tape measure, and bucket. So, for this specific video, we're going to be doing a house, and I already did a small design. It's going to be in a 20 by 40 foot lot. So we're going to get started with the shape tool, and we're going to use a rectangle. You guys can press R, or you can just select it, and we're going to type in dimensions. So it's going to be 20 feet. We're going to type in 20, apostrophe, comma, 40 feet. Okay, as you guys can see, we have our shape right here, and it's a 2D shape. We have a face and all the line segments that relate to that face. To make it a 3D shape, all we need to do is go to the push and pull tool, and voila. So we're going to give it a 1 foot thickness, so you guys can type in 12 and it'll read it as 12 inches, or you guys can type in 1 apostrophe to read it as a foot. So whenever you click a face, you're going to notice that what highlights is the face. You can also highlight the line segments, and if you double click on something, it's going to highlight the face and all the lines that relate to that face, and if you triple click, it's going to select the whole thing. Okay, so right now we're going to make a parking space. We're going to use our rectangle tool once again, and we're going to type in 12 feet, comma, by 18 feet. Okay, now we have our parking space, and we're going to dip it about 2 inches. And now we're going to use our move tool, and we can select this midpoint right here, and we can move it back 2 feet to create a wrapping effect. So if you guys notice, when we use the move tool, depending on what thing it is that you're moving, it can alter the project greatly. So if we choose to move the face tool, or if we can move a line, you can see how it starts ramping the geometries, or we can select an intersection and we can create a very complex shape. So this is going to be our base. Now we can triple click on everything, and I'll highlight everything. We're going to right click and we're going to make this a group, and now we're going to draw the shape of the actual house. We can go here to our line tool and draw on top of this. Now, if you notice in the bottom right corner, anytime that you drag out your line tool, it's going to give you a specific dimension. So you guys can either type in the dimensions, or you can do it by eye. Now we have our base floor plate for the house. Now we can go to our offset tool, and if you click on the face, then you can offset that face by whatever dimension you input. So we're going to do it by 10 inches, and now we're going to draw out where the window placement is going to be. Okay. Now we can start pushing and pulling the walls. But before you guys do that, I strongly recommend you go to your paint bucket tool and you paint the specific material that it's going to be beforehand. In this case, we're going to be doing concrete. Okay, so now we can push and pull them. We're going to make him 8 feet tall. And we were going to have a wooden floor. We're going to make it okay. Once we have that, then we can triple click on everything to select the whole geometry. And we can make this a group. Later on, I'm going to teach you guys the differences between groups and components. Okay, so now when it comes to doing the windows, the easiest way in my opinion is to get your shape tool, go to the rectangle tool, try to find the midpoint, and then you're going to make a thick plane. We're going to give it a dark color for the mullion frame. You can extend it out. And then you can choose your line tool, find the midpoint. When you draw a line, it's going to snap anywhere, so you want to press up and down so you can snap to your y-axis. And then we're going to find the midpoint once again. And once again. Now we have 4 different planes, so we can use the offset tool once again. We're going to have a 2-inch frame, so all you have to type in is 2. And then we're going to be using our push and pull tool to select the inside frame, and we're going to push it all the way out until it highlights and it says on face. We click on it to get rid of it, and then we can triple click on the whole thing, select all the window frames. We're going to make it a group. And now to make the glass, we're going to use our rectangle tool once again, and we're going to select the top corner midpoint and the bottom corner midpoint. Select it, go back to your materials tab, find glass, put it in. We're going to double click on it, and then if you use your move tool and you click on a point of origin and then you press Control, it's going to copy it from that point of origin. Let's do the same thing for the bottom ones, or the back ones. So, rectangle tool, find the midpoint. Use the push and pull tool, extrude it out. Line tool, find the midpoint. Offset 2 inches. Push and pull, get rid of the face. Triple click on it, make it a group. Shape tool once again. Now we're going to do midpoint to midpoint. And then we can use our eyedropper or our sample paint tool. Select the material. You can just copy and paste it. Double click on the glass panel once again. Press on move. Select an origin point, click on it, press Control, copy it over. And we'll do the same thing for this one. Push and pull. Line tool, select your midpoint, offset 2 inches, push and pull, get rid of the bottom frame or the inside frame, triple click on it, make it a group. Once again, select your midpoint, make a rectangle, use your eyedropper tool to select the glass texture, double click on it, move it up, and there we go. Now all we have to do, we're going to give a texture to this right here. This is going to be our garden, or I'm sorry, our backyard. And this right here, it's going to be our driveway. Okay. Now, we're missing one more window here. So once again, midpoint. This one's only going to have one panel. We're going to offset 2 inches, push and pull, get rid of it. Rectangle shape tool, select our midpoint, eyedropper tool. There we go. Now we have our bottom floor without a door. So for the door, we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to use a rectangle tool, and then we're going to make it 7 feet by 3 feet. We're going to extrude it out to get rid of it. We're going to make a rectangle. We're going to have a metal door. We're going to give it a thickness. Okay, so now for the stairs. This is where I'm going to talk about the difference between components and groups. So, typically stairs are between 6 to 7 inches in rise and 11 inches to 12 inches in run. In this case, to keep it simple, we're going to use stairs that are 6 inches in rise and 12 inches in run. So, we're going to make a rectangle, and we are going to make the stairs 3 feet wide by a foot. And they're going to be 6 inches. So we're going to triple click on everything to select it and copy it over. Now I'm going to make one of them a group and one of them a component. So let's say I want to copy this one over. And let's copy this one over as well. So let's say you want to change this one. We're going to double click in it to edit the group. And let's say we want to move it around. It's only going to move that specific one. Okay. If I would have made all of them a component, we can right click here, edit component. They all change, right? You can also make this component a unique component, so now once you edit it, it's not going to alter the rest of them, but we don't want that. So I recommend, if you have any type of system, to make it a component. So we're going to go up to 9 feet, so we're going to need 18 sets of stairs. Okay, so we're going to edit this component right here. have a steel top surface. We're gonna bring this in. And we're gonna move this all the way up. Okay, then we're going to select this whole thing and we're going to make it a group. Use your move tool and we're going to move it to this one. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to make our second floor. So we're going to use our line tool. We're going to have a little bit of an overhang right here. Alright, now we're going to push and pull. We're going to give it a 1 foot thickness. So now we're going to have our stairs coming out right there. So we're going to create our shaft, and our shaft is going to be 15 feet by 3 feet. And then we can extrude that down. And we're going to be making a double-heighted space. About right here. Okay, so now we're going to offset our top floor 10 inches. Gonna get rid of this. And we're going to make it 8 feet. Well, we're going to use the eyedropper tool, make the walls concrete. And we're also going to make our floor a wooden floor. And we're going to create we're going to create railings, and they're going to be 42 inches above finished floor. So we're going to draw lines. We can connect them. And we're going to make them glass. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing we did from the bottom and have our window placement. And we're going to extrude all our walls. We're going to make them 8 feet tall. Triple click the whole thing once again. We're going to make this a group. Now we're going to be putting in our window frame. Extrude, line tool, select your midpoint. We're gonna offset. Push and pull to get rid of the bottom panel. Select the whole thing. We're gonna make it a group. Rectangle tool. Bottom corner midpoint to upper corner midpoint. Select your glass material. Double click on it. Use the move tool. Copy it over. Once again. Offset, push and pull. Triple click, select everything, make it a group, rectangle tool, midpoint to midpoint. Do the same thing for the last time. Line tool, break the midpoint apart. Offset once again, 2 inches. Push and pull to get rid of the inside panel. Triple click, select the whole thing. Make it a group. Rectangle tool. Eyedropper tool. Okay. There we go. Now, all we have to do is make the roof line. So, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make the roof line with our line tool. I'm going to make it a foot thick. And I'm going to be making a timber and skylight roof system. Triple click on the whole thing. We're going to make this a component. And then we're going to be making our frame. For our skylight. It's going to be a foot. We're going to be offsetting this inside 1 inch. We're going to get rid of this. This a component, and we're gonna get our glass panel. this group. So we're gonna select the whole thing, click on the move tool, copy it over. We're going to select the whole thing, we're going to make it a group, and we are going to rotate it 15 degrees. We're going to move it up here. Then we can see which ones we need to get rid of. So we're going to be getting rid of all of these. And now we can select this face, press up, so you can start matching up the roof line. Okay. So now we can turn on your shadows. You can go to view, turn on shadows, and we can do a section plane by going to tools, clicking on section plane, and then we can see how the shadows actually behave. And we can also do a section plane through the short side. And the same way that we do section planes to get sections, we can also do a section plane to get a plan. And you can double click on each one of the section planes to make that specific view appear.